Hello out there, Gadget Professor fans. We have a real unique device that I'm going to try to put together tonight. It's heavy, it's big. It's basically the SIIG full motion, easy to access, single monitor desktop mount. Where do you see this, baby?
He's got the toys. He's got showmanship. And he's got sex appeal. Ladies and gentlemen, from the great Southwest, here's the guru of gadgets, the dapper and dashing Don Baine, the Gadget Professor. Gadget Professor.
Well, hello everyone. It's Don Baine, the Gadget Professor, coming to you live and, of course, in color from our home studio in Scottsdale, Arizona. And we're going to show you today a monitor mount, and this one is really heavy duty. So if you've never used or need to use or are thinking of purchasing a monitor mount, then the one I have tonight may very well be for you. All right, let's get started. Thank you so much for joining us. The Gadget Professor is heard now in 172 countries around the world, and I have you to thank for that. So thank you very much. The best way to get to the Gadget Professor, probably the easiest way, there is no best way because they're all going to get there, is just to go to our webpage. If you see our webpage here, you'll see that we were on episode 215. Every Thursday night, we come up with a new gadget, a new episode, and what I try to do is to bring you a mix of hacking news, and that's easy to find, some free software apps, some free software, some technical news, and also a gadget. And the gadget could be anything. It could be electronic in nature, it could be computer in nature, it could be photographic in nature. I really don't know each week until maybe a day or two before I go on air what we'll be actually doing. So if you want to follow the Gadget Professor, the best way to do it is just go to thegadgetprofessor.com, and if you scroll down on that webpage about quarter of the way down on the right-hand side, you will see right here it says newsletter right there. So if you put in your email address every Thursday evening, as soon as the episode is posted on our server, you will be notified that the new episode is ready, and you'll also receive the show notes. What the show notes are is a synopsis of everything that we've discussed in this episode that's hot links. So basically, if you like an idea that I've suggested, or a piece of software or an app, or actually the gadget of the day, you can click on that and it will give you all the information you need to know. You're also able to email the Gadget Professor 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com. That's thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com, and I do answer all my email. In fact, one gentleman last week wrote me a very nice email and said that he had found the gadget that we were talking about, and actually it was the Lofttech 10-watt LED work light. He found them on eBay for, I believe, $40 or $42. I forget what it was. So that was interesting to know. And actually, I'll put that link in the show notes this week. So if you're interested in buying one of those work lights, this is a great price if they're still available on eBay. I will put that in the show notes. And last but not least, you can follow us on Twitter, and that would be at Gadget Professor, at Gadget Professor. And what we do is we take all our tweets, and that's about 100, 200 a day, and we put them into a website called Rebel Mouse. And Rebel Mouse is totally free. You can follow me at rebelmouse/Gadget Professor. What that does is it takes every single tweet and dynamically updates this webpage, so you will see brand new stuff as soon as it comes out. And if you like something or you want more information, you just click on it and it brings you to the website that actually made the product announcement. So that's pretty good. And here's a report. New Apple TV and SDK due in September, maybe for real this time. So that's something we'll certainly keep our eyes on. And of course, let's not forget our Facebook page. That would be Facebook.com/The Gadget Professor. I always post some interesting photographs that I do during the day, or some interesting articles or comments. So we'd love you to like us on Facebook. We would really appreciate that. So let's get right into it, folks. The first free app we call, and this is a handy app to have, believe me, it's called Hotspot Shield VPN. And VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. Well, why would I want this? Well, this is the world's most trusted VPN. Over 3 million downloads have been downloaded of this particular piece of software. This does cost money. I believe you get a 15-day-ish trial, totally free for 15 days. And then they are going to charge you monthly $5 a month or yearly $30 a month. And why am I talking about this? Well, it's available not only on the in your iTunes for the iOS, but it's also available for the Droid. And what this does is it actually prevents people from monitoring what you're doing on your cell phone, on your smartphone, and that's a good idea. This will unblock any site or app to access videos, movies, social networks, and more. And why would you want to do that? Well, if you live in Canada or outside of the United States and you want to watch something that's broadcast on the internet in the United States, typically once they see your IP address, you can't get in. If you load this software, what it does is it kind of masks your IP address out, and you can actually select what country you want to be in, thus allowing the transfer of the information. So the features are it turns VPN on and off and change the virtual locations right in the app. That's just what I said. You can change the country. You can unblock content such as Facebook, YouTube, Netflix, BBC, IVT Player, and Pandora. You can access voice over Internet Protocol and messaging apps, including including Skype and Viber. Choose any location from Australia to Canada to China, Germany, Hong Kong, so on and so forth. This will absolutely hide your IP address and give you the maximum amount of security. So if you're in business or you're on the road and you're texting, or you're doing things and you really don't want anybody else to absolutely not know what you're doing, then you really need some type of VPN service. And this is probably as good as it gets. So at least you could try this out, experiment with it. You can learn about it and see what it does. And if you like it, it's not that expensive and it will afford you a fair amount of protection. Now, this next site I've mentioned several times, but they started a kind of a new deal, a new shtick that I like and I don't like. I like it because there's some phenomenal deals on there. I don't like it because there's some phenomenal deals on there. Now, this is Fry Electronics, and I'm located in Scottsdale, and there's actually 2 or 3 Frys in the area. There's one in Tempe, which is about 15 minutes from my home, and there's another one, I think, in Phoenix that's about 20 minutes from my house. Either way, it's not good. I try to stay out of there as much as humanly possible. Fry's is kind of like the Costco of electronics, and it's a bad place for the gadget professor to be, believe me. So, as I said, I stay out of there. However, about a year ago, and prior to a year ago, every Friday I used to call Fry's Day, and I couldn't wait to get the newspaper on Friday because in it they had the weekly Fry's ad. And that was about 16 pages chock full of amazing buys, and they were really good buys. If something was on sale at Fry's, you know you weren't getting ripped off. It's probably the cheapest price anywhere, even better than Amazon, believe me. About a year ago, they completely stopped their marketing advertising campaign in the paper. They now have one small page or a window half page in the paper sometimes. But what they've done is they've pretty much cut out their print advertising and gone 100%, if you will, or almost 100% on the internet. And that's a good thing because what they do now is every day they run different specials that are in-store only and many times online. So what I have found is that these deals that they're announcing, they'll announce it like 9 o'clock in the morning. If there's something that's hot that you want and it says in-store only, you got to hightail it down to Fry's because what they don't tell you is they might only have 20 and they're gone in a heartbeat. So this week I picked up a set of blue headphones, and I got them for less than half price. And when I got there, they were totally gone. And fortunately, I found an open box, but it was like brand new. It was still in the package. So I'll be reviewing that in a couple weeks, but I got quite a deal on it. In any event, if you want to partake in the fun, and it is a lot of fun looking at what they got, you can just sign up here on the internet and get new deals on great technology every day. So if you just put your email address and your zip code in, every day you will get an email every morning, and it will tell you what's on sale during that day. Now, it's only a one-day sale, and if it's in-store only, it will say this product is available in-store only. Obviously, if you're living in Scranton, Pennsylvania, you're not going to be able to get that in-store deal of the day. But if you live in California or Arizona or other states where Fry's Electronics has a store, you may be in luck. However, most of the deals, probably 90% of them, are over the internet, which means you can order them over the internet, and I think if it's $34 or more, they'll actually pay the shipping. So sign up for this. I think you'll find it quite interesting, and as I said, fortunately or unfortunately, I've got some really good deals there, and I think they do a great job of the stuff. The only thing is, and that's the surprise element, is you never know what's going to be on sale. All right, enough about that. Here is an interesting controversy that's arisen since Windows 10 came to market for free. What you need to know is how to turn off Windows 10 controversial Wi-Fi sharing feature. A lot of people don't realize this, and I didn't realize it till I started fooling around with Windows 10. But Windows 10 comes with a feature called Wi-Fi Sense. And this is designed to make it easier for your friends to get online at your home or office without having to give out your password every time. It's a cool idea, but Wi-Fi Sense has triggered a firestorm among security experts who are concerned that it also gives hackers that one extra step that they really don't need. So a lot of panic seems to be a little overblown because you can turn it off, and it's simple to do, and this article will tell you how you can turn that Wi-Fi feature off. I would not recommend leaving it on, quite frankly, especially if you're traveling somewhere. But if you're in the house, it depends where you live. I don't know. I don't like sharing anything over the internet unless I know who I'm sharing it with and can control and monitor who's sharing what at what time. So in general, I think it's poor practice to just leave your sharing on so that literally anybody can get in there. But in any event, if you're going to be using Windows 10, you definitely want to read up on this Wi-Fi Sense feature so at least you know how it works and what you can do to make it operate according to what you need. Here's a free app, and this is pretty handy. I do a lot of technical writing for companies, and this is called Artha Portable. And what it is it's a thesaurus, and it's actually a program that you load, so it's on your computer, if you will, all the time. It's available in Windows right now. It's on the Windows platform, but it's quite robust, and it has some pretty good features such as if there's like sayings or slang, it actually looks that up and gives you some other phraseology for that. So it's a pretty neat app, and it's totally free. Speaking of free, here is a site that you'll want to definitely subscribe to. It's totally free. It's called Giveaway of the Day. And every single day, excuse me, the gadget professor's starting to lose his voice there. Maybe I'm talking too fast. I don't know. But in any event, this is a good deal because every day you're going to get something for free, and they have some really cool apps, quite frankly. They're very good. In recent days, they've given away an HD video converter. They've given an iResizer, which resizes your photographs, a PowerPoint add-on that's on a DVD, Photo Jumble, Reboot EX, Quick Invoice, a lot of pretty good things. IMAX phone provides you with the cheapest international calling rates available. You can talk to your friends and family all day long without worrying about higher international calls charges. They have some pretty cool software here, and it's totally free, so you might as well sign up for it, and this will certainly be in the show notes. And now, folks, it's time to go to the monster gadget of the day. And the gadget of the day is made by SIIG Incorporated, and what it is it's the full motion, easy access, single monitor desk mount in red. We didn't get the black one. And this is a monstrous heavy duty mount, and it has a gas spring in it which will assist you in the full motion articulation of the actual mount itself. And what it will do is it will tilt, it will swivel, it will rotate, it has height adjustments, and it's primarily for one monitor. And they actually say that this will work from monitors that range in size from 15 inches on the diagonal, everything's measured on the diagonal, to 27 inches on the diagonal, and it will handle anything up to approximately 17 pounds. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this. It's hard to unbox this because it's real heavy, and because I am not in the studio today, I don't have 5 cameras around, so I can just say switch to camera 2. I'm basically camera 2. So let's take a look. There's the box that it comes in, and I know a lot of you like the unboxing, but I'm just going to pull it out of the box. All right, we're opening the box up. Trust me, the box is open, and I'm pulling out the parts. So here's part 1. Here's part 2, and we're going to pull off the giant baggie, as I call it, that's wrapped around this. And these do a fairly good job of protecting the parts, the components that are inside there. So that's that. You can see right off the bat, that's where your monitor will go. We'll get to that in a minute. We can't forget the bag of wrenches and screws and spare parts. That's real important. We have the actual mount itself. We'll take a look at that. And the box is empty. The box is empty. And fortunately for me, they have a very nicely done, and I do mean nicely done, set of instructions. So I'm not going to screw the whole thing together at this point in time, but I will show you how it assembles. I'll tell you right off the bat that this is extremely well made. It's probably one of the best, if not the best, monitor mounts I have ever seen. And I am remodeling the studio here in the house, and I need some heavy-duty mounts, and this is one of them that I'm going to use. So now that we have all the pieces out of the box, let's take a look at them individually. There's basically 3 pieces. There's the base, and as you can see here, this is the mounting part. We'll get to that in a minute. You have your extension arm. I'll call it the extension arm. And then last but not least, you have the ultra extension arm that you actually will apply the back of the monitor to with the standard Versamount appliance. It's a couple screws that are provided. This is a standard mount, this piece right here. Every single monitor has the exact same configuration on the back, so one of those 8 screws, 4 and 4, will actually fit your monitor precisely. So how does this thing work? First of all, as I said, it's extremely well made. I mean, it's steel. This is not going to break. I think it says it takes up to 17 pounds. I wouldn't be surprised if this took double or triple that. What I liked about this particular mount is that it has a gas spring which assists you in very evenly and easily moving and articulating the arm of this monitor holder pretty much any way you want. So some of the neat features, other than it being really well made, is that the mount on the bottom, there's 2 ways you can do it. Obviously, you can use the clamp and clamp it on the edge of a desk or whatever you may have handy, and as long as it's sturdy, you just apply the pressure there, and believe me, this will not go anywhere. The other thing that you can do is this will come off very easily, and you can drill, it says here, a 3/8 hole, and actually slide this down, and they have accessories here that will allow you to drill it into your desk. So all you're going to see is that part of it, and the clamp goes on the bottom, and again, it's not going to go anywhere. So once this is mounted in place, it's not going to move, nor should it move. So for convenience sake and illustration purposes, I'm just going to clamp this right here. You probably can't see it, but I'm not going to make it too tight, but I'm just going to put it this way so I can assemble this. So now I have here a pipe, and I think you can see that still. And basically we're going to take the next part, which would be this arm, like so. And this is going to attach here, like that. And then on the back, I don't know if you could see it, there's a screw that you would adjust with an Allen wrench. And fortunately for me, I do have a ton of Allen wrenches, but somewhere here we have the pieces. Here we go. They actually provide 3 different size Allen wrenches right here in the parts bag. Here they are here, which is very convenient. So I'm not going to, as I said, mount this because this is not where it's going to end up. But I will take these 3 Allen wrenches out, make that 4 Allen wrenches. There's the 4 Allen wrenches. These are called Allen wrenches. And I am going to pick, I think, the middle size here. and I am just going to gently tighten this up. Okay, so I'm going to snug that up for demonstration purposes. All right, good enough. Now, it's wobbling. It shouldn't wobble. It's wobbling because I don't have this really solid on the bottom here, but that's okay. There we go. So, once again, I will take the Allen wrench and tighten that one up. Actually, it's real easy to put together because you can see instantly if it's not the right way. So this is the third and final piece of this, and that's on there tight enough for what we need to do. And now, very easily, and I'm going to rotate this, you can see, I'll take this whole thing off, you can see that this arm flexes real nice, and it just stays in place. Obviously, this is where the monitor would go, and this rotates pretty much any way you want it, up, down, sideways. But what makes this a really elegant product is the way this gas spring just allows you to just, touch it, and it just stays in position. And you have to push it to move it. It's not going to move by itself, and this will stay in place. There's also several tension mounts that you can adjust on this that will make it, rock solid, or make it a little bit easier to move or a little bit harder to move. So in general, I'm sorry I'm not in the studio that I can't show you the overview of this, but it's a very handy device, particularly when you're in the recording business like I am, and you need to move monitors up, down, or to the side, or many times you'll have the script actually on a monitor and you're sitting in front of a microphone and you'll need to adjust that monitor up or down so you can read the script. And essentially the monitor is acting as a teleprompter. So that's where these arms and the ability for the minute adjustments to stay in place are very important. Not only will it move up and down, but you can tilt it left, right, whatever the case may be. So those types of movements are extremely important when you need a monitor exactly where you need it. As I said, this particular monitor made by SIIG is probably one of the best, if not the best constructed products that I've ever seen that are used for desk mounts. Now, they are a little pricey. If you go to Amazon, they sell for $99.82. If you actually go to the site, as you've noticed, it's $149. So I was able, real fortunately, I needed one, and I kid you not, but Fry's had one on sale, and I picked it up for $40, and that was just a steal. It was less than half price. So I should have got two of them. I'm sorry that I didn't. The sale was one day, and the sale is over. But if you are looking for a high quality, full motion, easy access, single mount for your desktop monitor, that would definitely be it. It weighs a total of 6.2 pounds. It has an articulating arm, as I showed you. It will mount to the desk. They do come in a variety of different colors. And in terms of consistency and having the same product throughout the product line be engineered precise with, just very accurate precision on all their products, I have nothing but applause for them, quite frankly. They've done a real nice job with it. So in future Gadget Professor episodes, you'll see that mount, and I'll point it out to you in use. So it's going to be a couple more weeks before we get this studio the way I would like it, but we'll have some neat things for you. And my SIIG mount is going to be... got to be careful here. I'm going to knock myself out with this thing. But this will be a great add-on. And again, what's nice is it will just swing back and just keep its style and its form. I really like it. So I hope you enjoyed the Gadget Professor this week. I'll see everybody next week. So long from the Gadget Professor.
The Gadget Professor is produced by Don Baine, Multimedia Communications, LLC. If you would like your product reviewed on The Gadget Professor or would like to appear on The Gadget Professor, contact us via email at thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com. The opinions expressed on the program by the host, guests, call-in listeners or chatters are solely the opinions of the original source who expressed them. And thank you for watching The Gadget Professor.